DC here. Hi, guys and gals. Well, it is Wednesday, and I often make a vlog on Wednesdays. But things have changed, haven't they? Now that I'm retired, I don't end up going and having lunch on my little bench, which I actually miss. I mean, I really like going to that bench and sitting outside. I guess I could make picnics and go later on. Maybe not this winter, but who knows? Bloggers H. Yeah, so I decided to come out, and if you can hear, and I'm certain that you can hear it's raining. It's been raining, I don't know, since the middle of the night. It's not non-stop. We should not complain, and I am not complaining, because we really had a really big lack of rain this summer over here. And so having, kind of a shower like this one is good. It's good. I mean, it's not like too strong. It's a pretty strong rain, but not too strong, so enough like that it'll not run off. Yeah. So I'm having a coffee. Yeah. Instant coffee. I haven't had instant coffee for a while. That's a thing that's actually different is if you're having, I don't make filter coffee. I could, I suppose, but I just don't. And if you have the pods, well, first off, it's rather expensive if you have too many of those. And second thing is that, I guess it's rather strong coffee after a while. And it's smaller quantities. So, either you can drink water, which I usually drink a lot, but again, I've noticed that since I'm not in the office or sitting at my desk, I end up not drinking as much water. And I was telling Mrs. DC the other day, is that there's a lot of little habits that you have, like that. It's almost like micro occupations. I don't have, for lack of a better word. Like, you stop doing something and you'd take some water. Or I had some lozenges, stuff like that. Which I notice, like, I'm not taking very many now, but I just kind of like stop and look at my desk for a lozenge or something like that. And it was basically finding ways that the time would go faster. I don't know. Actually, I think that I have something that's all the equivalent of Fisherman's Friends. And I've been using those for years and years and years. It's an old trick from people in meetings. They have these menthol, cough drops or whatever to help keep them awake in the boring meetings. Yeah. You might wonder what I'm filming with it because I'm kind of moving here and there. I'm holding my iPad right now. And so it's pretty good. It's going well. Yeah, but what I was thinking though is that there are things that are different for me over lunch. It's not only actually the question of the bench; it's the quantity of food, which I've noticed. When I would make my lunch, I'd make a sandwich and I'd have one of those granola bars or something like that. And depending on how I felt, I'd go over to the store maybe get a chocolate bar. But that was it. Over here, I've noticed we're managing leftovers or stuff like that over lunch. And Mrs. DC is actually quite happy that I'm there as well. I got a scab. So there's little things like that. So eating habits change. The I was going to say the Mittag. I was going to speak in German there for a moment. The midday routine, that changes. And what I've been doing a lot lately, I've been walking. I walked anyway, between 8 and 10 kilometers a day before. And I'm trying, on days like today it'll be a bit difficult, but I'm trying to do the same thing, to go off. Basically, I just go off and walk in the direction of where I used to work, because it was just the right distance for the podcasts that I used to listen. The podcast would last about 14 minutes each, and it took me approximately half. I'm back. I went and cut off the video somehow. Anyway, so I was just saying that the podcast lasted about 14 minutes each, and so by walking about 30 minutes, I get 2 podcasts or 4 podcasts a day, or there were some that were like 26 minutes or something like that. So I get that. So yeah, I have to do things like that. I think it's good for my health as well, but also, just kind of getting back into it. I'm really wondering, about certain things nevertheless. People always say, oh, you always look forward to retirement, and I did, and I do. I'm still very happy. But you do have to, I would say, you got to have something nevertheless to keep you busy. I do, but you've got to kind of program things. If you don't program things, you'll end up just being lazy. You got to be careful about that. Yeah. Anyway, so I was just kind of chatting on a Wednesday. I've been reading. I've put actually on a news feed some of the scientific articles that I used to receive and read and sometimes vlog about over lunch. So I've got that on a news feed set up over here now. I had it set up over at work. So yeah, things like that. I guess that's about it for now. I gotta go now and have lunch before long. DC signing off. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.